talk about the same perfumes, then what is your USP? Your USP is your personality. It's like when I discover these people, I'm like, I can't believe I'm just discovering your channel.
I never expected it.
You've got a fantastic personality. How come YouTube is not promoting your channel to me? How come they're showing a certain group of people to me? Is there an additional pressure within the fragrance and beauty niche to be beautiful? Looks to get people to click on the thumbnails. Personality makes people stay. Can I get an amen?
My people, welcome back to my channel. I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. It's MissPrisyBaby.
Please subscribe, I'm hungry.
Hi sister girl, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. In today's video, I will be talking about looks versus personality. Which one is more important and which one gets you further on fragrance YouTube? There are no right or wrong answers. What I want for you guys to do is to be patient, watch the video to the end, and also let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Between looks and personality, which one do you think matters most, especially within fragrance YouTube? You can respectfully disagree with anyone in the comment section because, as we all know, this is our safe space. All the housekeeping out of the way, if you're interested to hear my thoughts on this topic, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Continue.
I'll start off with some definitions. According to the Oxford Dictionary, personality can be defined as a combination of characteristics or qualities that form an individual's distinctive character. Some people would say that personality is more of inward beauty, whilst looks is more of outward beauty. Studies have shown that majority of people tend to say that personality is more important than beauty and gets you further. However, when those same people have been put in the position to pick between personality and beauty, majority of the time they have actually chosen beauty over personality.
Not be juju be that.
Strange. You will also find people of the school of thought who would say that for the first couple of videos, it will be beauty that would attract them to your videos. To keep them coming back for more videos, then there has to be some sort of personality. The unfortunate thing though when it comes to YouTube is that it is very difficult to show your personality through your thumbnails. You rely very heavily on your face and the perfumes obviously that you put on the thumbnails. I would say that thumbnails are very beauty reliant, whereas there are loads of people who may not necessarily be the most beautiful people. When I say the most beautiful people, everybody is beautiful in their own right, but I mean to the beholder, they might not be the most beautiful person, but they might have the most fantastic personality sitting behind that thumbnail. Within fragrance YouTube or within the beauty YouTube niche, the thumbnails are heavily reliant on beauty as opposed to personality because there's not really a way to show one's personality through thumbnails. That also automatically begins to reflect in the figures, or in the numbers rather than the figures, in the sense that if somebody is more physically appealing to a certain crowd and majority of that crowd are the viewers of YouTube, then obviously more people are going to click on certain kinds of videos of individuals who appeal to them when it comes to their looks.
I feel like I've just rambled, but I just hope that when I'm editing this video, I'm able to edit some sense into it.
That brings me to my next question. Would we say that the importance of beauty or personality is niche dependent and gender dependent? For example, if somebody was making finance videos on YouTube or making comedy videos, there might not be that much of an expectation for you to look a certain way, or the beauty standards within such a niche might not necessarily be as high, or as the beauty standard is not applied as much when you click on a finance video because you're going there to get some finance advice. What I'm trying to say is that, is there an additional pressure within the fragrance and beauty niche to be beautiful?
That is not my question.
Secondly, is it also gender dependent in the sense that, is there a higher level of pressure applied to women to look a certain way or to look beautiful than men?
Well, next question.
There's so many YouTube videos out there that talk about the men gaze, and there's the old standing debate of whether women dress up for ourselves or whether we dress up for men. I'm not going to go into that debate today. This also brings me to my next point about beauty standards. And beauty standards have evolved and will continue to evolve with time, with generations, as the decades pass away. the beauty standards will constantly be changing. In the past on my channel, I have talked about how it was during the time of Lupita Nyong'o that, you know, people started to appreciate their black skin better, and then Beyonce came and sang the brown skin girl song, and during that phase everybody's like, brown skin girls. There was a certain look that was in vogue when Tyra Banks was doing the America's Next Top Model. There's a certain look that was very much in vogue in the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 2021. I'm always constantly teasing my baby sister because in her generation right now in Nigeria, they don't wear as much makeup as I used to wear when I was her age. There's more emphasis on skincare these days than makeup necessarily, and more people are caring more about how they look in their natural skin, especially with lockdown as well, when majority of us could not wear makeup. A lot of us were stuck with our natural self, and people, I think, started to pay more attention to their skin, their makeup. Beauty standards generally are constantly changing. If you don't look a certain way, nobody's clicking on your thumbnails. That's a very difficult place for any YouTuber. It's like being caught between a rock and a hard place. I've come across loads of fantastic fragrance YouTubers with amazing personalities that it's like when I discover these people, I'm like, I can't believe I'm just discovering your channel because you're fantastic, you're amazing, you've got a fantastic personality. How come YouTube is not promoting your channel to me? How come they're not showing you to me? How come they're showing a certain group of people to me, but they're not showing you to me? And then I discover these people and it's like I've discovered a goldfish.
I never expected it.
Nothing against beauty. I'm not here trying to say, oh, if you're beautiful, oh, that's all you have going for you. No, I'm not. It's a debate about beauty and personality. What is more important within fragrance YouTube? And I'm not saying one is more important than the other, but I think it's a very important topic to have. It's very easy for us to quickly jump in and answer these questions. Take a moment and think about this again. If you saw a thumbnail of somebody who looked a certain way, and you saw a thumbnail that was not the prettiest thumbnail in the world, which one are you most likely to click on? I bet you would click on the thumbnail that looks more aesthetically pleasing, especially in this world of editing and perfection. I think we can all agree at this point that looks get people to click on the thumbnails. Personality makes people stay. Can I get an amen? Whichever way you categorize yourself, whether as somebody with looks, personality, or both, I think as humans generally, it's important that we make the most of what we have. We're all gifted differently. If you feel like you are more on the look side, then by all means, I'm happy for you, happy days. If you feel as though that you're heavily more on the personality side, happy days as well. And if you feel like you have both, even better for you that you have both. I think in all of this, I have highlighted a gap, the difficulty of people clicking on your thumbnails if you're not necessarily the look or the beauty standard they are after. The question then is, how do you capture people with your personality through your thumbnails or through YouTube? Number one, for the thumbnails, it's a bit limited because there's not much you can do. It's just one picture, one opportunity. But I think what I would suggest is to have more expressive thumbnails, so you can make faces so that people see that, oh, okay, she's got a bit of personality, a bit of humor. I'm not saying you should make ugly faces, but you know, you can make expressive thumbnails. I also recently learned from a fragrance friend that you should then make your thumbnails more product focused. And what I mean by that is, as opposed to putting your face, you can put more of the fragrances that you want to talk about. So make it more product focused. If people watch fragrance YouTube, I'd hope that they're watching because of the fragrances and not necessarily because of the way somebody looks. That way you can push the attention from yourself, focus more on the fragrances that you want to talk about. I have had people in my comment section in the past say, oh, I clicked on this video because I saw this particular fragrance, and that's what they want to hear you talk about. I don't really have any other magic wand to it and make more expressive product focused thumbnails. Secondly, beauty may attract people, but personality is what wins and keeps people staying with you. If you feel as though you don't fall within the category of the beauty standards, nothing to worry about. Whilst beauty does win the numbers and gets people to click on the videos, personality is what makes people stay. But what you can trust is that when people eventually find you, they will stay because they will come to learn about your personality and fall in love with your personality. Number three, it really does depend what you're trying to build. If you're just also after the numbers, then if you're somebody who has more of a personality than falling within the beauty standards, we may have a problem. However, if you're trying to build a brand, you're trying to build meaningful relationships and a tribe here on YouTube, I can tell you for sure that a personality is required to do that. I'm not talking about just people that are following. I'm talking about people who are engaging, people who are commenting in your comment section, who believe in what you say. When you say something, things get sold out because you are saying and talking about that thing. That requires a personality. That requires a person, because people buy from people. They don't buy from looks. Finally, personality makes you unique, especially within the fragrance niche where we all talk about the same things. Honestly, we all talk about the same perfumes. There's nothing unique about the perfumes I talk about versus the next person or the next fragrance YouTuber. We all talk about the same perfumes. So think about it. If we all talk about the same perfumes, then what is your USP? Your USP is your personality. A lot of people look alike, and a lot of people can't pay to look alike. I can buy the same foundation, buy the same clothes, go to the same surgeon to, give me the same facelift and all of that. But what you can never buy is personality. And no matter how much anybody tries to copy your personality is distinct. In my opinion, that is actually one of the key USPs within the fragrance niche, and it's important that you see it as an advantage rather than a disadvantage, because in a world where almost everybody is doing the same thing, talking about the same fragrances, that's your differentiating factor. That's what's going to make me watch you. At this point, I think I'll just use a few case studies, or just permit me to mention a few names. Jeremy Fragrance, one of the most popular fragrance YouTubers out here. When I watch that guy, I don't really remember what he says about fragrances, but what I do remember about him is his silliness, the dance, the way he dances. It's just the way, it's every other thing but the fragrance, because that's his personality. When I watch people, it is actually their personality that draws me in. It's the way they speak for me. It's the difference. When I tune in onto certain people's channels, there are certain things I am expecting, because it's just... When I tune into certain people's channels, there's just certain things I'm expecting. They either have these catchphrases that they say, things that they do, that just makes them so unforgettable to me. Within the fragrance industry, for me personally, I don't remember people by fragrances. I remember them by their personalities. In a world where there's so much pressure to look a certain way and to rely on looks and beauty, I do still think that personality wins, and personality keeps you longer in the game. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope I have done this topic justice. I've only spoken about it based on my opinion, and feel free to disagree respectfully in the comment section down below. Also, go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video, stay beautiful, stay blessed, hi, and bye.